Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 8th episode of Only Fools and Collecting. We are, as you know by now, we talk crap about figures, so we're just going to go straight into it. We are missing Steve, as you may have noticed. He's got the sniffles, so I think he's got diarrhea or something like that. So
dear.
I
Too
think
much information, mate.
he's Catherine wheeling it at the moment, I think. So yeah, hope you get better for Christmas, mate. But you've left us in the lurch. You fucking destroyed us for this episode. So we are just going to go straight into it with new this fortnight. So Pete, tell us what you got.
Well, there's a half-naked man there.
So you've got a man in his pants.
Yes, yeah, brilliant. On the left there, you've got my rejigged Empire display there to showcase the new layer, Bespin Escape layer, which is the Hot Toys Hoth's undersuit, or just without the gilet, and then just some. I think they were black boots that I picked up off eBay, and I've just painted them white. I had a knockoff head on there for a while. Never really that pleased with it. And then, as we talked about in the last episode, I've been after the new Bespin layer head, and I'd been on at Craig. You fancy getting one? You're going to get one? And he's like, no, I don't think I can get rid of anything else. So I then order the figure, and then literally like a few hours later or whatever, the next day, Craig's like, yeah, it's up at the set. He put the set up, and I think Dave pointed me to it. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to take the head sculpt anyway, and then I'll use that for this figure, and then I'll decide whether I want to keep the other one as well. As it turns out, I didn't. I sold it straight on, made a tenner on it. So it all works out well, really, because I only really wanted the head sculpt anyway. So
it seems a really hard one to part out.
Yeah. Although he sold the whole lot, but I think it was literally just one person was interested in the dress. One person he had a few, obviously, people about the head sculpt, but I'd already nabbed it. So and then so I'm quite happy with that display. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. I think you've done well there.
Yeah. It pretty much covers everything that I want from, unique looks from that film. I mean, I could, I'm not about to go and chuck another Chewie in there and another. I can't, be putting all the characters in again. But it's the unique costumes, and I think some of the costume design is brilliant in that film.
Yeah,
so many different looks for each character. It works really well as a display piece. The half naked man is our good friend Indy. All I wanted to do was just we'd mentioned before that I've been making some bag straps and stuff. So this is my first kind of full leather rig that I put together for Steve Sky. Actually, he said that his pleather stuff was falling apart. So yeah, belt, holster, whip, bag strap. So it all turned out really nice, actually. So I thought
it looks really good. You've done really, really well.
And if anyone's interested, just drop me a message. I don't charge a fortune. I quite enjoy making them, and it's good to kind of spread the love in the indie community.
Yeah, because I might have to grab a strap off you for the bag. The sideshow bag, and the buckle on it pisses me off. It's massive. It looks like it's something that should be on a pirate.
That is terrible. I'll send you one, mate. No charge.
You're a star. You are a star.
I'll put one in the post for you, mate.
Nice
not a problem. And I picked up the same Luke head that you did. You've done something with yours at the moment, although I didn't put a picture in. But I don't know why, but it was a decent price, and I thought, you know what, I might use it for something. So I took one. And then it's funny because then I saw you PM like straight in afterwards, and I think, oh, okay.
Yeah, so for it was what, 35 quid or something?
Yeah, 35 quid. I mean,
I thought I've got some bits I could use for it. I could fuck about with some stuff, and I thought 35 quid. If I don't, I can move it on.
Yeah. So exactly, you can move it on, easily. So I'm the same as you, and I've got it, and thought I want to see like how dodgy the teeth do look in hand.
I mean, the teeth are horrendous.
It depends whether you can I think if you can angle the head down a bit, and that you can probably.
I think if you get it, if you can get it in an action pose, because when you see it all set up,
Yeah, yours
like
looks good.
the biker version, and he's
Yeah.
like he's got the lightsaber going and that. It makes sense and it
Mhm.
looks all right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's
if
a
he's
very
just standing there,
specific look, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, if he's just standing there, he just looks a bit retarded.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah, it just
yeah. So I just picked it for the price. I just picked it up, and I thought, as you
it's
say,
worth it.
I could just move it on if I decide not to do anything with it.
Yeah.
And then in the bottom corner there, I've got a new engine assembly for my Lego UCS Falcon. So as good as the set is, Lego cheaped out a bit with the engine. So basically, all they had was these like 4 blue tubes
Yeah.
that just stretched and wrapped around the back.
It's
So
exactly the same on my small Force
yes,
Awakens one.
yeah.
Exactly the same.
And that's not really acceptable for this level of
No.
kit, really. And I've got it all lit, and it didn't really glow up that well. So I spent a lot of time on Bricklink, just looking at all the mocks, my own creations, and there's a lot of really cool stuff on there. And people do kind of mods for actual sets and stuff. And this one popped up, and I thought, I need to do that. So I think it cost me about 35 quid, I think, in bits, but it looks amazing. It's all made up of tiny little, 1x2. No, it's not really, and it looks so much better. I mean, you see how nice it lights up, like how blue it is. So that's really cool. I'm pleased with that. I've now got some bits coming in this week for possibly a new cockpit, which is a bit more detailed and based specifically on A New Hope one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it will fit that or not, whether it's actually fit, designed to fit. If not, I'll have it as like a standalone piece on the side. But yeah, no, I'm quite pleased with that. That's turned out really well. So that's my new this fun, and not a lot, but a few bits going on. Obviously, right. So Steve didn't have anything anyway, so I took his slide out.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
On to you, mate.
Yeah, so so originally I picked up the poncho and the helmet from the new Hot Toys Deluxe Luke.
Yeah.
And the plan was to put the Inigo scopes inside it, and have the option to be able to switch between. I padded out the inside of the helmet so it doesn't rub off, because if you do it without any padding, it rubs the paint off.
I nearly had a heart attack.
Yeah,
when I tried mine in there, until I realised that luckily putting the Jedi hairpiece back on it covered it up.
The only thing on the one I did with that helmet, it was the bottom of the ears.
Yeah. Yes.
Just taking it off of them, you could still see.
Yeah.
So luckily, I was going to repaint the eyes and stuff anyway on one, so I fucked about with it and repainted it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But so I got that, and then I thought, now I've repainted it, I don't really want it to scratch the shit off of it. So I thought, I could always have it holding the helmet, and so I just chucked it in the drawer, forgot about it. And then like a couple of days later, like I said, Craig listed the grinning toothy head sculpt.
Yeah.
Like 35 quid, and I thought, fuck it, go on in. So I managed
for a Hot Toys head. I mean, that's
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I thought, fuck it, I'll get it and see what it's like. And then I ended up. Now I've got a lot of Return of the Jedi Luke's clothing. Because I spent ages before the Hot Toys one came out trying to get the perfect one. So I had a load of the Medicom clothes.
Yeah.
So I just stuck. I got a gang hood body, cut away the rubber chest and all of that to thin it down a bit, because the Medicom stuff's quite small.
Yeah, because does it not come up short? Because I know their figures are always a little bit short.
No, so the length of their stuff is fine,
right?
But they're a lot thinner.
The width,
so a lot of the time, the only stuff that isn't that's scaled kind of right is the Ultimate Unison stuff. Return of the Jedi hand and that. That all fits everything. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had to fuck about a bit. But now I've got another. I think he's up there somewhere. I've now got a bike version. But like I said, he's a bit fucking toothy. I need to sort out. Need to sort out a proper pose for him. But I've got. I need to get some new boots as well, because I've only got some old. I've got some old big fuck off DID leather ones.
Yeah.
Or some old plastic sideshow ones. I'm thinking the plastic sideshow ones aren't actually that bad.
No.
And I do have a spare pair of Luke ones, but I've got those on my hand. So.
Oh right, okay. So you got to decide what you.
Yeah, I mean,
what you
to
want
be
to do.
fair, I could just tap Craig up and go, "What have you got?" and he would probably sort me out. But
Yeah, I don't know if he's got any boots because he had that extra body, didn't he? And he sold that because
yeah,
I
he
asked him
said it's a
about that today,
complete
and apparently
one.
he sold that. Yeah, so
He'd probably get more in at some
so
point.
as a painter, is there not you're not thinking whether there's anything you could do with the teeth, whether you can kind of like knock them back a bit or
Nah,
no,
I had a look, and there's not really much you can do
no,
because the teeth are there.
yeah,
You either have a toothless gummy Luke,
yeah,
or you just put up with it. There's not a
yeah,
lot because it isn't the fact that they're too bright; they're just kind of big. And
too
Hot
much of them.
Toys, yeah, and
Yeah,
Hot Toys tend to do this thing where they will sculpt the top teeth, not the
yeah,
bottom.
yeah,
So the teeth look really long and kind of a
hmm
bit
hmm
weird. They've done it
yeah,
with a few bits, but yeah, to be honest, I think if, like I said, if you put this in a dynamic pose or riding the
yeah,
bike, it looked fine.
yeah, yeah,
But all the time it's just standing there,
yeah,
he just looks like a bit of a mouth breather.
yes, yeah,
But for 35 quid,
yeah.
I can't complain too much.
No, no,
And then I was going to try and be really good before Christmas and not spend any substantial money. And then Andy Pickering listed a load of Marvel stuff, and I was wanting to
yeah.
kind of, up until when I saw Star Wars this morning, I wanted to build up my Marvel side. That's now changed, but
So
I
you've
did.
flipped again, have you
I
now?
flipped again, but I did pick up this War Machine. It was 130 quid. It's the
Wow.
Diecast Mark II.
Mm,
It didn't come with a stand, and when you extend the torso, it's really loose.
yeah,
So, but 130 quid, I can probably sort the looseness out.
yeah.
And it had been weathered by Craig. In fact, I think Craig had
hmm
weathered it,
Yes.
Nightbreed Customs, which I quite liked. I liked the weather job on it. The only thing I
Yeah.
did do to it was wiped off the grime that he put on there.
Yeah.
So it was more clean. So it just left the scratches. And then I picked the scratches back out with a bit of silver and dry brushed some silver over the grey. And then added some battle damage to the Rhodes head. And then on the art reactor, put a clear coat of red on that. So it looks like it's lit up.
Yes, I saw the red on it, and I wasn't sure if that was stock or not.
No, it has a red around the outside, and then it's clear. But when it
Yes.
lights up, it's
Yeah,
meant to
because
be, it's
it's
meant to
what's
be red.
funny is I nearly bought this exact figure last year sometime, and I think when Craig sold it, and he'd already sold it, so I passed it. And then I did pick up a new one. One point, but I moved it on again. But yeah, it's just funny that you've got this one. I was thinking, I remember looking at that when
it's my favourite version of War Machine.
It's good because it's quite sleek.
Yeah, and this is the one from Iron Man 3 where you see
Yeah.
it for about 2 seconds on a TV screen.
Yes.
But yeah, I really like it. It's well worth picking it up.
It was nice. I just didn't have anywhere to fit it in really, but it was a really in hand. Like it was a really nice figure because it is heavy and it's a nice.
Yeah, so at the moment it's just sitting there with my Marvel stuff in my Marvel cube.
So I was just about to say to you, like, because we were talking about it the other week, that now's a good time if you buy Marvel because there's a lot of people that are getting out of Marvel, selling up their whole lot to go with Star Wars, and now you're going that way now. So you're.
The thing is, I was looking, and the only thing is because I remember the bygone days of picking up sideshow figures for 60 quid, and then being able to rip the arsehole out of them, repaint them, do whatever. I mean, some twat was listing a sideshow Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
The episode 3 version, and you could pick those up for like 50 quid. Like a year ago.
I've had one before. You've had one before. And,
I used to buy multiples of those.
Yeah.
Just so I could make the Mythos Obi-Wans out of them.
Yeah.
With the clothing stuff, but some fucker wanted 100 odd quid for one, and I was like, oh, "Fuck off, mate! You take a piss." Stuff like Boba from Tuna, right? You couldn't move that cunt for love nor money.
No,
40 quid you could pick him up for.
Yeah.
One on eBay, 150 quid.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen it. Everyone's just be like, everyone's mad for. I'd be interested to see if the Emperor prices started going through the roof yet, or
the sideshow one's still sitting at about £100.
Yeah.
But the Hot Toys one, I think, is about level, but that will probably go up soon. They all will, to be fair. Leia,
Leia,
the Leia, the old woman flying Leia. that 6 months ago was in, I think, was it Toy HQ or somewhere? That somewhere was having a sale, or Kapow, I think it was Kapow Toys was having a sale, 150 quid, including postage.
Yeah,
Had a look on it.
I know Aaron's got some at 180.
Yeah, I'm not paying 180 for it.
No,
I'm not paying 180 for it. No, not happening. Yeah, and like I say, you look on other websites and eBay now, they're 180 to like 250 quid.
Yeah, and it's very bare bones, isn't it? It doesn't really come with them. Just hands, really.
Yeah. But like I say, this is probably the point where you want to start picking Marvel up than anything else.
Yeah.
So that was my new this week. I'm still waiting on the Bane. The Bane's not turned up.
Right. Yeah.
That's so Toy Wonderland have got one more chance after this. I'm going to wait. I'll wait. I won't order over the Christmas period or anything. I will wait till February or something, and I'll put an order in and see how long it takes that time.
Yeah.
I've been fairly good. I've had nothing else I really want to order. The only stuff I want now is we've struck a little deal, haven't we, with that clothing set? You tempted me.
Yeah, I think to be honest, mate, you got to get it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I've got it a bit in custom call and update on that. So
yeah, and the thing is, I spend fortune on my indie on the sculpts, and I fuck about with it for ages. So it's about time he has some decent clothes.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm well impressed with them. So I think they're going to be.
The pictures look mental.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was our new this fortnight. I think we've had pretty much the same stuff. So new releases. This is probably the best thing that's ever come out. I'm thinking of selling all my stuff just to get this.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet figure, and at the moment, if you want to buy it, it's £255 on Toys Wonderland. Wow. I think it's worth every penny. That Pete, every penny.
Justin thinks it's one of the best Hot Toys figures ever. I think.
He can go suck a dick. That is, there's just no chance. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I like the way they're doing something different.
Yeah.
But it's not for me.
It's just very weird tangent because it's not. I'm not doubting that for what it is, it's going to be very well made, but it's just not Hot Toys.
Surely there's like companies that actually make this kind of stuff anyway.
Yeah,
like
it's very stiff looking, the bear, and it's just a very weird sort of offshoot for them to go with.
I mean, it looks exactly like it does in the film. So kudos, credit where credit's due. It looks exactly like it should do, and it's probably the best Winnie the Pooh replica you can ever get.
Definitely.
But just why? And don't get me wrong, I know there's like thousands of superhero stuff, lots of Star Wars stuff, and all but it's why? I just don't get why.
No.
It's something your nan would have.
Yeah.
You go around and you expect an 18, 90-year-old woman to have it. Not.
No.
Yeah, I think we'll move on. It's not for me.
Mate. Definitely.
So Hot Toys announced this little trinket for all their secret base customers and regulars that I think they've got some scheme they sign up to. This is the mini Christmas Spider-Man. It's the advanced suit with a little hat on. I think at the moment you can get them online for about 29 quid. Toys Wonderland had them on for.
Okay.
You can probably get one on eBay as well. I think they did something similar to this before. There's like a micro scale.
Right. Okay.
For the life of me, I can't remember. I cannot remember much about it, but yeah, this flashed up, and I thought it'd be worth mentioning.
Yeah.
Can't see myself picking one up. But
how big is it?
I think it's a bit smaller than Black Series.
Okay, so it's
like 4 inches, 4 or 5
inches. Yeah,
I mean 4 in the cold, 5 inches when you bring it in.
Yeah, plenty big enough.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say some would say that's just too generous, but
right, cool.
And then I think the next one was the. Now this is I don't know how I feel about this. The Hot Toys exclusive Two-Face. It's 270 quid plus post. It looks I think the head sculpt overall it's a big improvement.
Yeah.
The head sculpt looks good. The tailoring's excellent.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the burnt sections on the clothing.
No.
I don't think they're burnt enough. It just looks like someone's burnt his shoulder. And then when you see
the shirt's not burnt at all, is it?
They've almost put a dusting over it or something. If the top shoulder's burnt that much, then his white collar shouldn't be white.
No.
So, I mean, did he go home and change but decided to keep the jacket? I'm not sure.
Yeah. And people saying that obviously there's the paint looks very flat on the burnt face, but I think nothing that a bit of like clear coat on there, maybe pick out some more red and everything.
I mean,
that would come up nicely. You shouldn't have to. But,
no, for 270 quid. I mean, but it's only 270 quid because it's a Toy Fair exclusive.
Yes, they've always
So, but like I say, it does look pretty flat on especially the bit around the teeth.
Yeah.
That kind of fleshy bit that hangs down.
Yeah, you want some real sort of wet look on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an improvement, but a £270 improvement, I don't know. So if I had the old version, I probably wouldn't be hurrying to upgrade.
No, so not something you're going to look for because obviously you've got your little Dark Knight.
I am. In fact, Gordon finally went. He finally went.
Yeah.
He went so I could get the War Machine. But,
right. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably if I could pick up one of the original ones, the first issues, I'd probably get one of those. 270 quid for this character. It's a bit much. He's not my favourite, and in the films he didn't really do much till the end. So
no.
Yeah, it's probably a swing and a miss for me, to be fair.
Maybe not. Yeah, not for me either. No.
So this is the 1/12 scale unmasked Mandalorian sculpt by Watto Scrapyard, which has been painted up by Zach. I thought this was worth a mention because I've been talking to Sean quite a lot the last couple of weeks, and he is knocking out some really good stuff. And this, I believe, this can also be blown up to 1/6 scale, which will come in really handy when the Mandalorian comes out. So it reminded me of. Was it Sean Dabbs? Someone else did an actual Boba Fett unmasked, and it was the guy who played him.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Can't remember his name. Jeff. Is it Jeff something or other? I can't remember. But yeah, it was him. It just reminded me of that kind of thing because it's exactly the same. But yeah, so that came out, and I thought that looked really good. That was well worth having a look.
And the prices, we've got a slide near the end customer call, but the prices are really reasonable as well.
Super reasonable,
really reasonable compared to what we're now paying for Inigo stuff and things like that. It's a massive.
I mean, Sean's massively invested in a load of printers, so he's cracking them out.
Jeremy
Bullock, that's it. Yeah. So there was a Bullock sculpt a while ago. It reminded me of that, so I thought it was worth putting in. Yeah, giving it a bit of a mention.
So I guess has he got some kind of, because you can't see his ears, has he got some sort of under like a type kind of
one of that like a balaclava
type thing. Yeah.
Similar to the one that Django slips on, I think.
Yeah. No, I think it is cool.
Yeah. I thought that looked really good.
What have we got?
Really good. So we've got new releases now. So the new releases seem to be upcoming releases. To me this week are a lot better than the new releases, to be fair. I much prefer these. So we've got the first up is the Hot Toys PS4 Iron Man. That will set you back 250 quid, and it's out Q2 Q3 2020. I really like this. I like the way they've done the knees. The only thing is I wish they'd done that with the arms and the shoulders.
Right, yeah.
Because it looks like the top's like a rubber type stuff. But I really like
this is kind of like a sort of metal kind of Iron Man type suit, like the Iron Spider from the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just
an armor.
It's just more comic accurate. The one in the comics was exactly as it did exactly what it said on the tin. It's an Iron Spider.
Yeah.
So it's Iron Man suit for a Spider. But yeah, this is again another suit from the game. It looks really good. I would pick it up if I had the advanced suit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like that. That is nice. That is nice. Cool. So, what do you think on that, Pete? You think you pick it up?
No, because I mean, I've not, as you know, I haven't I haven't played the game, so every time one of these suits comes up, it's a real kind of like, oh, okay. I don't know anything about them really. And as I say, I think if you're, putting together a Spider-Man kind of collection, then yeah, these are great. You can have a really good display there. But I think for me, I've got the Homecoming one in my Avengers display, and I'm pretty happy with him, to be honest. So
yeah, I like the Homecoming.
It'd be a pass for me, but it looks cool. If
Mm.
you're into your Spider-Man, then yeah.
Be interesting to see what other suits they're going to do, or if they're just going to leave it at like the 3 or 4 they've done.
Yeah, because I know people keep saying they want the classic comic book look one that's in there.
Yes,
real kind of back to basics sort of.
They did some really good ones, to be fair, in there. Like you had the basic, basic comic book one. Then they had like a cell shaded version. It was really good, really, really good.
Yeah,
thoroughly.
it'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be good just to see what else they're going to do.
Yeah.
We got Dean in the chat. What up,
Dean?
What, Dean? All right, my man. Cool. So next up, we have the Play Toys Iron Man. Now this looks really interesting.
It does. Yeah.
150 quid.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about them really. Do you know?
Nothing. I think this is their first outing.
Okay.
If it's as good as it looks,
yeah,
spot on. The only things the 2 websites I found it on, I couldn't find a release date for it, so I'm not actually sure when it does come out.
Okay. And do we know if it's is it a Hot Toys recast or is it?
I don't know. I think for the looks of it, it looks like it is.
Yes.
But they've added in like battle damage.
Yeah.
So I don't think all that battle damage is on the Hot Toys version.
It's not, no. And it's going to be. I mean, although it's £150 and compared to the ridiculous, Hot Toys prices now, not just retail, but what they end up going for.
It would be it'd be interesting to see if this one goes through the roof, if they start making more before Hot Toys kind of step in and say,
but it's got to be good. It's still got to be good because I think it's not a 50 quid Crazy Toys job. It's still £150, so it needs to be a decent,
reasonable
quality figure. And it looks cool. I like the Mark 6 armor. I think it's pretty cool.
I think this is a wait and see.
Yes,
because we've had our fingers burned like this before.
Definitely.
It looks the dog's bollocks. Then the moment it comes out, it's a pile of shit. So the only thing is, if you don't jump on it and it turns out to be brilliant, it will be about 300 quid by the time people put it on and start selling it on. But we will, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, and again, for me, it's easy. I mean, I'm a one Iron Man. I have my Iron Man 46 concept. He won't be going anywhere, so I wouldn't be picking this up. But I'd be interested to see how it turns out. Yeah,
see, I really like my 42. So it will take a lot for me to want to ditch the 42, particularly with the price of them. It would have to, because I'm not even a big fan of the Mark 7. Like, I like the armor, but for 700 odd quid that it is it's too much.
Yep.
But next up, we have the Big Chief Studios 4th Doctor. Now, this is 280 quid, and it will set you, and it will be out December 2020.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's tuned in who is from America, this is the 4th Doctor Who, which was played by Tom Baker. He's like beloved in the UK.
The best Doctor.
He's a very, very good Doctor Who. He's very eccentric. He was very, very good. So he's very, very beloved. But 280 quid beloved.
It's a lot of money.
Now, I think a lot of the Doctor Who stuff and some of the James Bond stuff, I think Inigo actually scopes for him.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's done this one though.
No.
The scope looks good. I think it comes with a couple of scopes. There's another kind of surprised looking one that looks, I'm not 100% sure on. But as I've said many times with Big Chief Studios, their tailoring's great, their sculpting's great, their paintwork is always a little bit iffy. So I've repainted a fair few Big Chief Studio stuff just because it's very there's not a lot of rise and fall with it. There's not a lot of shading. It's very singular toned. So you can't their accessories are good.
Yeah.
So, but 280 quid.
Yeah, I had the original Fourth Doctor release.
Yeah.
And everything was great, like the clothing, everything was fantastic. All the accessories, these little bag of jelly babies and stuff was great. The original head sculpt was a bit naff. They then released a second head sculpt that you could buy. I think it was about 50, 60 pounds, and it was a bit better, but they weren't spot. I think this one's better. The grinning one looks a bit really like it's too chubby in the face. People say it's more like he looks now, as an 80-year-old man or whatever. But this one looks quite good, although I'm not as much of a fan of this outfit as I was of the original one, which is like his early season stuff with the more classic scarf. This one's a bit one dimensional. It's I think if you could get that head sculpt maybe on the original one, but the prices of those went through the roof, and I just sold it at at a good time.
Yeah.
Because I was never going to buy any of the others because
they were insane. The prices were mental. I think last one I saw was like 400 quid.
Yeah, I think I sold mine for like close to 400 with the additional head, and I was like, I can't not. It was good when I had it, but I was never going to build a. And if you want the TARDIS with it, they're like £600-700, I think.
You could probably get someone to build you a TARDIS. To be fair.
Yeah, exactly. actually one out of wood, like the original prop was. But it looks okay. But nearly 300 quid is.
It's
a
lot of money for what it is. Considering you probably have to repaint it. So this next one ties in quite well with what we've both seen. So this is the Hot Toys. So they do a Sith and regular Jump Troopers, £185 out Q4 2020 or Q1 2021, and that's first batch as well. 185 plus postage, not too bad.
No,
not too bad. I mean, it didn't get a lot of screen time, but it's all right.
Yeah,
they're all right. I quite like the helmet design. They remind me of a Predator.
The funny little mandibles on it.
Yeah, I think if I had a load of troopers, I would probably get this.
Yes.
Particularly if I had a load of First Order stuff as well. But at the moment, it's a bit of a swing and a miss, a bit of a pass for me.
Same for me.
I liked him in the film. I like,
it was a good section in the film, but
I think I prefer the Sith version. I much prefer that version. Yeah, and he's exactly the same price, and he's just red. He's exactly the same but red, but I kind of like it, so I'd probably get that one.
Different enough, isn't it, to the other one? So
cool. So let's have the next one then, Pete. Right, this is a 1/12 scale, so we're creeping into Damien's territory here, but I really like the look of this.
If I'd known that, mate, I wouldn't put a slide in. I didn't realise.
Yeah, you're my unwitting accomplice.
Yeah.
I thought this was worth an honourable mention.
70
quid out between January and March in 2020. An actual decent Bane, a decent comic Bane. He looks, if I collected 1/12, I would be all over this like a tramp on a bag of chips. It is the bollocks. But unfortunately, I don't collect 1/12, so I maybe Damien pick it up.
It's like sometimes I dabble with it. I think there's, I don't know if it's in that TNS figures. Have got that cool Matrix figure, 1/12 for like I don't know $85 or something.
I haven't seen
all the guns and everything. It looks brilliant, but I just think I don't collect 1/12, and I don't want to start picking up odd pieces. You know, it's like because
No.
where do you display them? You know,
And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to mix scales.
no, I'd never mix.
I'd
So mine end
rather
up just sort of like sitting on the edge of the TV cabinet or things like that, not really in a proper collection. So
Yeah.
I have to hold myself back on that and go, no, you don't.
If I
want
had
that.
the room and they were in their own display case, then not a problem.
You'd have a few, yeah, but
just don't have the room for it.
no.
But
no.
I mean, but this is exceptionally cool, and like I said, it's
Yeah,
worth a mention.
it's cool. As long as you could push his arm up and get rid of that shoulder gap. But
I don't think you would with that scale.
Yeah.
To be fair, but it's
you
probably
wouldn't notice it so much, you know, in your hand, I suppose. But at that scale, as you say, so it's a bit more forgiving. Right, and
now this is very cool. The Toy Works side. That's right. The Toy Works Cyber Killer. So Trinity to everyone with a set of eyeballs. 134 quid. And it's at Q2, Q3, 2020. So yeah, I'm liking this. Now, there's a bit of debate going about whether or not the head is a recast of the Jinx sculpt.
Right,
I'm not sure.
Doesn't look good enough, to be honest. But
the problem I found is no one really knows, and then it goes into the realms of two people sculpt the likeness of the same person. They're going to look similar.
Yes, in theory, if they're good at what they do, then they will hopefully look like the actress. You know, so they've it's a difficult one. I'm not au fait enough with his sculpt because I'm not a massive Matrix fan to know whether or not this looks like his one or not. You know, I mean, inevitably they probably are recast because they're not going to be knocking them out for these sort of prices if they're paying a top-notch sculpt.
The tailoring looks good. The clothing looks good. It actually looks like that shiny kind of leather stuff that she wears in the film. 134 quid. Not bad, really. Not bad.
No.
I can see a lot of people picking it up.
Yeah, because they've also got the Agent Smith, haven't they? And they've got
Morpheus
as well. Yeah. So you could if you're into it and you've got the Hot Toys Neo, you have a nice looking little set there, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Again, I know. I think you had a go at me for it, and you know, but I'm not a massive Matrix fan, and never have been.
So the first one I really like.
I enjoyed it at the time because it was so groundbreaking with the bullet time and everything.
And then they steadily go downhill from there. So that's the problem.
And they're making a new one, right? Is that correct?
Apparently? Yeah.
Yeah.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know. Just as Steve mentioned it last show. We mentioned.
Yeah, I don't know a great deal about them remaking it. I've heard that they have.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they would do because I thought they freed everyone at the end of the last one.
Wow.
So it's another Matrix. It's not the real world again.
Well, they'll just say, "Oh, forget 2 and 3. This is a sequel to 1," like they've done with the Dark Fate Terminator and stuff like that. One.
Maybe
just erase and you know
just rewrite it. I didn't like.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what they seem to be able to do now. So you know.
Yeah, cool. So the Mandalorian. We are starting to get some more figures, and after watching the last episode, episode 6, not 7, not the last episode of the series. No, it was just the last episode we've seen.
Which is available today. That's
Is it today?
Yeah.
What I thought it was next
episode
week.
8, final one. I'm pretty sure it's today, isn't it?
No. I think we're not. No, because we got 7 early.
Right. Oh, okay.
Wednesday.
Oh, so
and then I think 8 comes out after Christmas.
Okay, fair enough.
I think.
Yeah.
But after the last episode, I can see us getting a lot more troopers, which then begs the question: why would you want this grotty one?
And also, there's the black suited fellows as well, which you know.
And I think that's pretty safe to talk about because they've been in all the trailers.
Right. Okay. So the Death Troopers from Rogue
so
One.
they've rocked up now. So the price of those were already astronomical. Well, they're going to go back through the roof.
But then again, there's no way they're not going to re-release them as Mandalorian versions.
No, so exactly. That'd be fucking mental.
Fuck those prices if you've just paid. You know.
Yeah.
They won't be exactly the same, but
no.
As far as I'm aware, this is the Rogue One figure, just with weathering.
Pretty much. I mean, the weathering on it, I'm not a fan of.
No.
It reminds me of, do you know the old Sideshow Sand Troopers? The
Yes.
weathering on those, it looks
It's too
just
bitty.
exactly like that.
Too like he stood in, I don't know, someone's blown shattered glass at him, and it's got loads of little, pinprick things, which is a bit.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't flow, does it?
I mean, when you hold up a picture of the actual troopers in the episodes,
Yeah.
and this, it just doesn't marry up.
No.
I mean, it's. I don't think these are that expensive, to be fair. 158 quid, Q4 2020 to Q1 2021. Yeah. I mean, we're talking a fucking long way off.
And interestingly, they actually use in the TV show, they actually use the little blaster that came with the New Hope ones. That, as far as I'm aware, they were never ever used in the movie that we saw.
No, they were just promo shots.
Yeah.
So
it's good that they kind of brought those back and gone, we'll use those, and they've actually used them in the show, which is quite cool.
Yeah, and we also got a little sneak peek at the Beskar armor
in the corner
on
there.
On the Mandalorian. So some people are saying that they probably think that the Mandalorian will come with interchangeable armor. Bullshit! I don't think they will.
No way.
I think that's a whole new figure.
Yeah,
I think everyone's gone mad, pre-ordered the Mandalorian the first version, which is shown up in one episode.
Yes.
I think
they clearly are not aware of the Return of the Jedi Luke debacle that stitched up all of us that bought the first version.
No, exactly. And the thing is,
we're not.
No, and by the time they announce this, it'd come out like in years to come.
Yeah, we'll be on season 3 or 4 by then.
I've got to the point now where I'm just not pre-ordering anything because it's a waste of time. Everything comes such a long time away now.
Yes,
I just can't be bothered. So that's a bit of a pass to me, that one, Pete.
Yeah, me too. I
can't be bothering.
And obviously we were just.
And then that takes us.
So we're kind of into TV.
Yep, into TV. So we were treated this week. So obviously this will be a little spoiler-free snippet of episode 6 and 7.
Yes.
I really enjoyed them, particularly episode 7.
Two best ones for me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm loving the fact that the episodes are all different lengths.
Yeah.
It's like they've gone, if the story dictates it's 20 minutes, the episode's going to be 20 minutes. If the story dictates it's 40 minutes, it's going to be 40 minutes. And so on.
I'm
quite enjoying that. No. And half the time, like the 40-minute episodes are about the same length as any other program anyway, by the time you fast-forwarded through the advert.
Well, they've always got a recap. They've got their little, so, and then they have which is really cool. They have all the concept art at the end, don't they?
Yeah, I really like that.
That's really cool. I like that. Yeah.
And sometimes, if you're ever a little bit confused about what's gone on in the episode, that helps clear it up.
Yeah.
So I've heard a few people kind of mention that. So
I think 2 very different episodes, but 6 was great. It was very kind of like self-contained, quite small.
Yeah.
A number of little characters. You got to see some sort of pretty badass moves.
Yes. From Bill Burr as well.
From the man. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And then the 7 was kind of quite grand scale, and we got a lot more sort of Star Warsy stuff,
some very good stuff going on.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool.
Very much like that.
So it'd be interesting to see what they do with the last one. Will it be a longer run time, or I
mean, once it's out properly over here, we'd do a proper wash up on it. And go through it properly. But
it's brilliant.
Well worth
and
it. If you can get access to it, it. It's brilliant.
And I think it's done really good things, along with obviously the new film, but really reinvigorating the Star Wars license.
100%. 100%. People have really helped.
Yeah. And obviously we've got, talk of I'm not sure if is it 100% confirmed the Obi-Wan TV show now?
Yeah, it's confirmed. Yeah, because he came out at Comic-Con, didn't he?
I mean, that'll be brilliant. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I will be too. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool. Yeah, great show.
Cool. And then we had a new trailer for Wonder Woman 1984. I really like the look of this,
which appears to have the Mandalorian in it.
Does it?
Pedro Pascal.
Next
to Kristen Wiig. Yeah.
Right, because I didn't see him in the trailer.
Playing. No, I don't remember seeing him. I don't know who he's playing.
No.
No,
but the trailer looked really good. There's some really good nods to the comics.
It did look good.
I really like the first Wonder Woman film.
It's a brilliant film. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm glad they're carrying on with them. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. That
It
was
looks
out this
cool.
week.
It's gonna have quite a cool like retro 80s vibe to it, and she's got that like cool gold suit that appears to have wings and a helmet with it as well.
Yeah,
Right,
it looked
right at the
really
end.
good.
So
I'd
that'll be
like
a
to.
wicked figure, I think. If that,
100%. Yeah. I was looking at it thinking there's some cool figures there.
Yeah,
there's some really good figures.
yeah,
That
definitely.
pop out of that. So yeah,
yeah,
that'd be good. And then while we're
cool.
on women and kicking ass, the Black Widow trailer dropped as well.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, I'm really liking this. So apparently this is set after the snap. It's set in between.
It's in that period between Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah. So I'm super interested in watching this.
Yeah,
some
definitely.
of it's normally there's some Marvel films I won't go watch and I'll wait for them to come out, but this I want to go watch. It looks really good.
Yeah, and David Harbour looks really good. I believe he's called the Red Guardian. He's like
he's like the Russian Captain America. Yeah,
and he's seen better days. He's squeezing himself into his suit, but I think he's going to be quite a cool character.
Yeah, he's a really good actor. Like I like him in everything he does. So
and I believe is it Taskmaster?
The bad guy's
about him, but
the pictures I've seen, looks a bit. The costume design looks a bit dodgy.
Yeah,
it looks like someone going fucking paintballing.
Yes, it has got that look to like the mask.
In the comics, he's a fucking nutcase.
Yeah,
he's really good. So hopefully, Marvel will put a decent spin on it, and it will probably be something completely. Different.
They've not put out a bad film really in the whole series, so it's gonna be good, and they're not gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, there's nothing there that I think, oh, this is utter trash. Like they're watchable, and that's quite an achievement if you can put that many films out, and the worst people can say is, well, it's watchable.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. It's a very, very good standard.
That was good. And then, did you see this one?
Yeah, I did. I saw this in 4DX 3D.
How was it? Because I didn't realise up until recently that it's Danny DeVito and
yes,
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, yeah, they're
so
brilliant.
Who's Jack Black's character and what's her face? Karen Gillan. Are they the same people from the first one?
No, Karen Gillan is. So I don't think it's a spoiler because I think they allude to it in the trailer. But so Karen Gillan is the same girl. Yeah. Jack Black, to start with, is the African American jock guy.
Oh, okay.
And then the Kevin Hart is Danny Glover.
Yeah.
And
Danny
DeVito is Danny DeVito. So they're hilarious. They kind of play them. I mean, Kevin Hart's brilliant as like Danny Glover, just talking like really slow and stuff like that. They're the Danny DeVito is the grandfather of Spencer, who was the Rock character. And then he's the Danny Glover character is his like ex-business partner. Right. They ran a cafe or something together. So they've gone in to rescue Spencer. Spencer's gone back in. So they don't know what he looks like. He's a different character. So it's really good. Same sort of madcap stuff. There's a really cool sort of doom buggy thing where they're being chased by like mad ostriches.
Yeah.
And that was in the 4DX. That was like the most kind of brutal I've experienced. They're like just banging you backwards and forwards, and then with the 3D and stuff, it was really good. Really good. And then they kind of about halfway through they spin it again. So these four characters become, and so Spencer becomes the Rock. They come back to normal, but the Jack Black isn't the blonde girl. She's something completely different. But it's really good. I enjoyed it. I think every bit as good as the first one, which I really like.
Yeah, I quite like the first one, to be fair. My boy likes it as well.
And they definitely set it up at the end for. I think they've already confirmed they're making the next one. So. Really enjoyed it, and the 4DX, I'm really loving that. Yeah I wish I had booked to see Skywalker in it, But so I've already booked for Christmas Eve. But
There's plenty of time, mate. You can probably go see
yeah,
it at
that's the
bedtime.
thing. We had to go and see Jumanji last weekend because it only got one weekend before Star Wars took the screen.
Yeah.
So they did Frozen for a couple of weeks, and they had Jumanji for one weekend, and then it's Star Wars now. So we wanted to get in there and experience that. Yeah, but it's good film.
Cool. Right. So this is quite a good one. So Disney are going to release the Skywalker Saga. It's a 9-film, 27-disc, 4K Ultra HD box set. I very, very much want this.
Definitely.
It's going to be fucking expensive. I think it's worth it. Big time.
Yeah.
After watching it today, I want all of these in 4K.
Yes. Currently, the only films that have been available in 4K were Solo and Last Jedi. So obviously we'll be getting the whole 9 there. Rogue One is likely to get a separate. Obviously, it's not part of the Skywalker saga. That should get a separate 4K release as well. But yeah,
I think they could sneak that in.
It's like a bonus disc. It'd be nice
because it leads into A New Hope.
It does. It's massively. I mean, completely in that, and it does have Leia in it, albeit for 20 seconds at the end.
Yeah.
So it has a Skywalker connection. It's interesting because this has obviously come off the back of. I don't know that they made a big thing of it, but obviously the people that have signed up in the US or whatever for Disney Plus, suddenly found that they were showing them all in 4K. I don't think they made a big thing about that because it was all about the Mandalorian and stuff like this. So,
I mean, the thing is, if you stream something in 4K, you're not getting proper 4K.
It's not true 4K.
No, you're getting. Don't get me wrong, you're getting a really good picture.
Yeah.
So I notice a massive difference when I'm streaming something in 4K.
Oh, definitely.
And watching something on disc in 4K.
Oh yeah.
There's a huge difference. So
you've got to have the disc. I mean, for me, definitely, I've got to have it. As you know, I'm not a massive prequel fan. I'm not. The sequel trilogy has been good, but to me, it's the OT. But I will buy this set because it's going to be the definitive set, and I don't think you'll ever have to replace it. I mean, 8K will come along, but it's not unless you've got a 100-inch screen at least. You're not going to notice.
The only thing is, I would never get rid of my hand-shot first editions, so I'd still have the original cut.
And I don't think we'll ever see those officially. I'm not sure.
No, I don't think we will.
I mean, Disney are all about the money, and obviously they would never release those because Lucas denied that they ever existed, and in his vision they never existed again. Now that Disney owns it, I don't know if they've anything that to stop them doing it. They're not going to give it to you in this as the bonus. They're going to sell it again. 6 months, a year later.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they will. But there's a lot of interesting stuff about they have. These are proper 4K scans of the original negatives, so they are proper 4K. Not just an upscale, which is good.
Dean wants to know how many discs. I think it was 27 discs.
27, so 3 discs per movie. Yeah. And there's some interesting stuff. There are some different tweaks, so it's not just a pure, the special editions. They have gone back and tweaked some bits and pieces and corrected some other errors and things. So you are getting some more information there. As long
as they're not fucking with them like George Lucas did every version he brings up.
No, but obviously they will be that version.
But as long as they've drawn a line in the sand and said, right, we're not going to add any Ewoks that blink, or we're going to have fucking rocks appearing in front of the droids.
Or actually, like in the special edition, they still missed a couple of frames where Vader's saber wasn't red. So they've gone and corrected stuff like that. So technical corrections to make it kind of like the definitive. And then you've obviously got the issue with the prequels. The Phantom Menace was filmed on film, so that looks okay. But obviously, the Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith were some of the earlier films filmed on the red digital cameras, which were not very forward thinking. So they both were filmed at 1080p.
Yeah.
So obviously that is as high a resolution, native resolution as those films will ever be. So
Yeah.
they've had to do a lot more work on, upscaling those. I think they look okay. I think they're not as
Yeah.
bad as people thought. But obviously, for the original trilogy, as long as they had a good print, then
Yeah.
the picture quality will look fantastic. And I've got 4K Star Wars and Jedi unofficial ones, and they look fantastic. Star Wars look gorgeous. It
Yeah.
just looks so natural. The colours, and then also that's the non-special edition as well. So I won't be getting rid of that, but I like to have different flavours of them available. So yes, no, I will be buying this. It's my birthday round the end of beginning of April. So
Yeah, I think it's something on my list. 100%.
Yeah, cool.
Definitely. Cool. So on to group shenanigans now.
This is over to you, mate, because I'm not. I think I'm still in.
So as you know, we've kind of stuck up for Mr. Moss a fair bit. Not through wanting to suck his dick or anything. It's just purely I like him. I think he's all right. He has a laugh with people.
Yeah.
I've never seen him really cross the line. So Dan made his own group. I think it's Action Figure Republic. He added a load of people. We all joined. Happy days. There's still a fair few of us, a fair few people who are members. He made every single person of that group an admin. When it first started, there was like 150 people, all admin. Every single person was an admin. And then somewhere along the lines, he's reduced that down to like 20 or 30 people.
Okay.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I had no idea I was an admin.
Yeah.
Until so obviously he's been having a bit of shit with OSR. Now I've been sticking up for Dan. I've been saying I like OSR. They've got a big old group. They've got a lot of people they've got to try and keep happy. And generally, it was a group I contributed to. I put in, I posted quite a bit in. I sort of sided with them when it came to the whole 1/6 Society nonsense that was going on. And then all of a sudden, I can't find the group. It's gone. OSR's booted me out. And I was like, oh. And then it turns out that what they've done is, I think there was a couple of posts in Action Figure Republic. I can't remember the guy's name. Kai McFly, something like that, about him. He's the creator of OSR. I'm not sure what the posts were. I've no idea. I never saw them. And then, bam, I'm gone. I've been booted. I have felt the wrath of the banhammer.
Wow.
I'm not sure why. There was no post to say this shit's going on. You can't be an admin of that and part of this group or whatever. No PMs, nothing at all. Just boom, away you go. Which, to be fair, I thought was a bit shitty. But there's plenty of other groups. There's plenty of other places for me to post.
Well, the thing is, just
life
because
goes on.
Somebody's posted something and you're an admin doesn't mean that you share their views on, what they've said, does it? It seems a bit bizarre to kind of like just paint everybody with the same.
I think it's a bit hypocritical because OSR were very against a lot of the geekisms that were going on.
It became like a fascist dictatorship, didn't it? It was like, if you don't agree with what I've said, then you're out.
Yeah. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of why people got kicked out, but it wasn't just me. There was probably about 30 people who all in all got booted. No idea why. To this day, I still don't know. But like I say, these other groups, it's not the end of the world. I just thought it was worth a mention on this one because it's surreal. It's very weird.
To show that there's too many people that still take this hobby too seriously. And they can't take a joke. I mean, as you say, you don't know what the post was. It could genuinely have been very rude and offensive. But On the most of the time, they're not. And if you can't take, like we've said before, if you put a figure out that's got a fucking giraffe neck on it, or massive pair of tits bursting out the shirt, people are going to make comments, and you got to be prepared for that. You can't
100%.
genuinely, think that is the best thing you've ever fucking seen, because there's something wrong with your eyes if that's the case. And it's not snobbery. It's not saying, oh, you can't make a decent figure, but
there's some
things you
pervy.
can.
There's some pervy posts, and there's some
Yeah.
weird stuff. Just generally weird stuff that people post.
Yeah.
That get the if you want to paint your Batman's eyes bright white and shove toilet paper in there, then you're going to have to expect a bit of flack.
Mm-hmm.
All the power to you for doing it, but you're going to have to expect a bit of flack. But it was weird. It was a very surreal, weird thing. And I was just a bit like, right, oh well, fuck it. There's plenty of other places.
Exactly.
But I just thought I've never had it where I've expressed an opinion that someone is all right. I've been added to a group. I've been added to admin of that group.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that's meant that I'm now out of another group.
Nice.
I've never had that before, ever.
Very, very bizarre.
Particularly in a group that I did post quite regularly in. So, I just thought it was a bit shitty of them, and not even chuck a post up warning people.
Yeah. I mean, the only one I've been banned from is 16 Society, and that's because I deliberately wanted to, and I put a very derogatory comment about a certain Mr. Deek. So that's fine. That was my choice, and I didn't want to be part of it anymore. But
there's probably more people banned from that than there is in the group. So,
I think so.
But particularly after all that shenanigans as well, like it just seemed, well, okay, fair enough. Like, no skin off my nose, but it was I thought it was worth bringing up. So we've got Custom Corner now, as time is marching on, and Tempest Friedrich and all that. So Custom Corner. So Mr. Watto, Sean, the legendary man, he is knocking it out of the park lately with a lot of the. So he's bought 4 or 5 resin printers.
Okay.
And he is fucking killing it at the moment. So he's doing blurgs. And I asked him, would you be able to blow that to a 1/6 scale? And he said it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can have your very own 1/6 scale blurg when the Mandalorian comes out.
Quite heavily in episode 7.
Yeah. And if you've got the first version Hot Toy one, it won't look odd.
No.
On that, because he rides about in it. But so he does those. Now he's got John Fashanu, who voiced one of the characters. One of the Mandalorians. Favreau. Sorry, Favreau.
You're thinking of the ex-footballer, John Fashanu.
I am.
I mean, that would be great. I don't know. There's much demand.
To be fair, he could probably do that if he wanted to.
Yeah.
But so he's doing him. So he at the moment he's got a lot of them at 1/12, but he can blow them up to 1/6. He's got Bill Burr there from episode 6.
Yeah.
He's just killing it at the moment. He's got so much. He's doing so much stuff.
Who's that top right?
Top right was, if you give me 2 seconds, I can tell you. I can't remember the name. That was. But he's got the Mandalorian. He's in different Mandalorian helmets. So that one with the spikes on is the one that does his armor.
Yeah. Yes, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is it a woman? It seems very feminine.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can't find the name of that one.
No.
But he's done a lot of the like little characters that pop up. And he's also doing the Darth Talon sets.
Yes.
And he's shown me a shit ton of stuff that he wants to do. But if he does do it, mate, he will be my new favorite. He is my new favorite person. Okay. Yeah, he's killing
a lot of Star Wars stuff. Yeah,
lots of Star Wars stuff, which I love. And I was saying to him like that. The good thing is about resin printing at the moment is that, particularly, I think resin printing in the next year is just going to take off.
Yeah,
particularly in our hobby, because you look at the price of troopers, normal stormtroopers, like the Death Trooper. if you 3D printed Death Trooper armor,
Yeah.
people just need to buy an undersuit.
Yeah.
Sorted. People would bite your arm off for that.
Yeah.
Clone troopers, all that kind of stuff that like you can only buy sideshow versions that fucking cost a fortune and are floppy bodied pieces of shit. You know, there's so much possibility to this, particularly like the kind of tertiary Star Wars characters or the expanded universe Star Wars characters. You know, you could finally get a decent revenue. You could finally have the whole wealth of Knights of the Old Republic stuff. You could Malix, you could have all sorts. Mandalorians, you could have them coming out your arsehole. Like, there's so much you could do with them. So yeah, What's Our Scrapyard is definitely one to watch because he's killing it lately.
Cool.
And I think he's sending me some stuff to paint as well. So as I'm doing that, I shall chuck up some updates because he's he's impressed me quite a bit with what he's got.
There's some good stuff there.
Yeah, cool. And then finally, because he sensed that I was skint, he's finally taking Indigo. He's finally taking pre-orders.
Because you're skipping on this, aren't you? To get the clothing instead.
To get the clothing, I'm gonna stick with the smiling sculpt. And I am gonna skip this one as much as it looks fucking awesome. So $125, including shipping. So not too bad.
It's less than I thought because I don't know what the reason is. It's $20 cheaper than Gump, and it comes with the hat. He put some post out about why Gump was more expensive, but I didn't really understand what.
I think there was a lot of back and forth on Gump.
Right. Okay.
Between the caster or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't interested in Gump, so I didn't bother.
No, me neither. I've got an order in. I don't know when he's planning to. There's no indication of like when it'll be sent, when they'll be ready, but I guess probably February time. I mean, let's hope that his usual distributor does a better job than he's done on previous ones, but I doubt it.
To be honest, he does. It's not so much the running of it. I think he does all right there. It's just the communication can be a bit iffy. Particularly just saying to people, like, particularly if it's like running, if it's delayed, just telling people just to be patient. Well, just in that case, then don't even quote a date. Just it'll be there when it's there, and then people make their own fucking mind up. But but no.
So and there's and then at the moment there's no suggestion of the unhatted with the glasses. It's just this.
No, that's gone completely quiet.
And someone did ask if it was still going to be available, and I don't think it got answered. No. And obviously, and whether or not he'll push forward with the hand sculpt as well, I don't know.
I hope he does because that was quite good.
Yeah, I'd be up for one of those.
Yeah, cool. And that kind of leads us on to this is the clothing set I'm going to be getting off Pete.
Yeah, so this is the
fucking lovely.
Yeah, so this is the Iris clothing set. It's these are then they're not final production pictures because people pointed out there are still a few buttons missing on the shirt, like on the pockets, the chest pockets. But it's 99% there, and those will be addressed before they ship. I mean, that shirt is just gorgeous. The cut of that shirt. And if you look at like some of the other pictures I sent you with the stitching, it's just beautiful. I mean, it is unbelievable.
I mean, you could quite happily have that indeed without the jacket on.
Yeah,
and it looks a problem.
Really, really good. And I mean, it's been tailored for some hybrid banner, bollocks figure body. But to be honest, it's any sort of suitable body is going to work with it. There was a bit of a panic. So how am I going to get hold of this banner arms and this and this? But a lot of people have gone with the Han Solo body. But
the Han Solo body's still fucking hard to get hold of.
Yeah, it goes for a lot of money. I'm actually going to go with the Fison. I got to pick one up at a reasonable price. It's the same one that me and Dave ended up using for the Hicks.
That's the one I've got in my Ash. That's quite tall.
Yeah, so he's not quite tall.
Yeah. Like quite a bit taller.
Yeah, we'll see how it works. I've got others. I've got a world box, and I've got just a general narrow shoulder muscular as well. So
I think mine's on a Wolverine body.
Yeah, So I've got options lined up. I like the posability of it. I don't obviously the Thyssen, I don't need it to cover the joints up, but I do like the posability of it. So I'll see how
Yeah.
that goes. But yeah, a bit disappointed because Iris had communicated with me by email personally because I'd asked some questions about marking down for customs and all that lot.
Yeah.
Because they're not cheap sets.
No.
And I've got 3 of them coming in. So to be done for fucking customs and VAT and stuff on that would kill me.
Yeah.
So she said, yeah, no problem. And she said she was hoping to ship last week.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, brilliant. And then there was a lot of stuff on the hoo-ha on the site saying,
Yeah.
oh, well,
People
don't
start panicking.
post it out before Christmas because it'll get lost. And so it kind of by general consensus, I don't know who decided it, but
Yeah.
it's going to ship out in the new year now.
People
so,
are fucking idiots. It won't get lost.
I know, that's the thing. It's like, I know stuff does get lost, but something like this, I mean, you just like, this project's been going, I don't know, 9 months, a year now, and
Yeah,
you just want to get hold of it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I'm going to do some light weathering on it, but I'm not going to fuck it up because it's it's a work of art.
I know I keep saying, all indies should be weathered, but looking at how good that is,
I know
I'm thinking,
you feel bad.
I don't think I could bring myself to doing it.
No. I think it's going to come. I think she's going to wrinkle the arms up on the jackets, so that should come like that because obviously everybody wants that. But yeah, that's really good, and like it should be the most, as far as I know. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, Kato's stuff. He's putting a lot of pictures out, and that looks great. But like, he's charging for the shirt almost as much as this whole set.
Yeah,
his
it's too
jacket
much.
is $800, and it's like, if you're a millionaire and you've got the money to throw around, then fine. But to me,
I don't buy my jacket. Don't cost that much.
No. But on these, I think the way that we worked on the forum to get it as accurate as possible was brilliant, and so many great like reference shots and everything. And my brother does World War II reenacting, so he's got a real pair of pink army pinks. So he sent me loads of pictures of all the pockets, the stitching, everything. So it's all 100% authentic as it should be.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be a great set.
It looks really good. Really good.
So all you need is you need a web belt because she's not making the belt for the trousers.
So I've got a no, yeah, I might need one then.
So try and pick up a Hot Toys one or something. And then just the boots, just your shoes, and obviously your head sculpt. So
yeah, so I've got those off the old one.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, no. So I shall keep you posted, my good man.
Perfect.
We will sort out our transaction.
Perfect. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
So the figure awards.
Yeah.
So have we got slides of the?
I put them all in. Yeah, the ones Zach sent over. Yeah.
Perfect. So let's bring up the next one, then we'll go through them.
Yeah.
So Hasbro got the most improved.
I think we went with Hasbro, didn't we? In the end,
I think we did. I think we did. Yeah, I think we nailed that one.
That's good. Got that one.
I think a lot of that's to do with the fucking face scanning's come a long way, and like the cell barge and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
I was happy with that one.
Me too. This was a foregone conclusion, I think.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And to be fair, I don't even think that they are probably the best line. I just think it's the one people know the most of. Like it's the most popular.
But it's such a massive line, isn't it? It's so varied.
See, I don't class movie masterpiece has a line.
It's not really, is it?
No,
Star Wars is a line. Marvel is a line. DC is a line.
So no.
Right. Okay.
I don't even class Star Wars and Marvel as a line. No. I class the Rogue One figures has a line.
Okay. Yeah. So
the Empire Strikes Back figures has a line.
Yeah.
That I think is a line within the movie masterpiece. I think saying the whole movie masterpiece is slightly unfair.
Well, yeah, because they're always going to win that because the overall quality of their work is.
I don't necessarily think.
I kind of agree with you there.
Yeah, I would have.
A line should be a movie specific line, shouldn't it? Really?
Yeah. That's a line within. This is a series. To me,
Yeah.
this sits as a
Good
series.
example,
Then
like the
underneath that,
Asmus. The Asmus was the Lord of the Rings line.
Yeah.
One movie or a trilogy of movies.
Yeah, so you might as well just say Asmus
characters.
if
Correct.
you're going to go.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you there, mate. I think that was.
Yeah, but I think that was, and I think again, best overall. I think Hot Toys is always going to get this.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I think this year they've really stepped up their game. The stuff that's come out in 2019 has been exceptional.
Again,
There's
they don't
not that many lemons.
They've never really put out a truly shit figure. I mean, everything is pretty good, but sometimes the head sculpts are a bit off, or you don't get the accessories you want. But overall, I mean, obviously they are top of the game, and they're banging them out. And again, you can't argue with that. It's just that they have got that.
No, they are what they are for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this was always going to happen.
Yeah.
With the popularity of what it was, so Mandalorian gets the best under $30. Yeah, I think that was always going to happen. The Mandalorian is insanely popular. And best open scales. This is any other scale apart from 1/12, 1/6.
This was my choice. I think you went for Joker, didn't you? And Steve was the Bumblebee.
Yes, yeah. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought actually Vader.
It just looks so cool. I mean, I'd love to have one. I think it'd just be so imposing.
Yeah, I'm regretting not pre-ordering one because they weren't actually that much to pre-order.
They're about 5, were they? 500?
A bit lower than that.
Really?
I think they're about 500-600 quid now.
Yeah, so they were in the 4s. Which, when you think about it, it's a lot of money, but it's not for what you get. And
2 Hot Toys figures,
and the value's just going to blow up. I think
and
they'll never make another one.
Make an excellent centerpiece.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
as you say, you've got the room for it now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm kicking myself now.
Yes. Yeah, so that's cool. One. Like that one.
Best 1/12, Mandalorian.
Double win.
Can't argue with that.
I think that was your choice. That was I think that fair enough. Here we are.
Well, I agree with this. I think it's a great figure.
Yeah, I think we all went with that.
I think it's brilliant.
I know, and Zach said if you own this figure in your collection, then it's a cut above the rest. So
you can. If only he did silly little plaques I could put on it.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. And then final one, figure of the year, Darth
Figure of the year, more double whammy.
Yeah.
Good job, we've got 2 of them.
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah. Totally agree. Agree. I don't collect prequel figures, but if I did, he'd be the first. And I'd still almost think part of me going, do I get one? But
he is exceptionally cool. He's very poseable. And then what I would stand in that.
Yeah. And if I did get one, what I'd do is I'd get the I'd probably go wait, and if it ever comes out, the Qui-Gon figure.
Yeah.
And have him dueling with him.
Yeah, 100%.
And obviously maybe they'll get to a Phantom Menace Obi-Wan at some point as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got that cool battle, which to me is probably the best thing in the prequel trilogy.
Yeah, 100%.
That fight at the end of Phantom Menace. 100%. So
yeah, well worth it. It was a good one. So we are going to be talking Rise of Skywalker in a minute. We're doing it on a completely separate podcast, so don't worry, that will shit a brick.
No.
We will be going into it in some depth. So if you if you haven't seen it, don't watch the next episode, which was probably going to be in the next couple of minutes. So we are going to say goodbye now, and then we are going to jump straight over to the next one.
Yeah. So
all right. So I shall see you all. Have a very, very Merry Christmas, everyone. We don't see.
Merry Christmas, everybody. OFAC will be back in the new year.
We will do. We will. So it's a bye from me.
Yeah, and a bye from me.
See ya.
Good night.
Bye.